Hi y'all, it's Annelies, and today, the day I am publishing this video, is my 7/9 year YouTube anniversary. On November 1st, 2011, I created my YouTube channel, and there are a few videos from those early years which are now private. Don't go looking for them. But I would really consider the start of my channel to be in 2013. 2013 is the year where I posted my first video with the intent or idea in mind that people, besides my friends that I was sending the link to, might see my video. My YouTube channel was my creative outlet. It was my video blog, my video journal, the place where I could share the thoughts in my head with my online friends, and it still is to this day. 2014 is where I really started to hone in on my channel. That's the year I made my first tech video, and I started to really figure out what I wanted to do, and I got this passion for making videos for YouTube. Over the last 7 years, in over 235 videos, which that was shocking to find out it's been over 235 videos, I have learned a heck of a lot about being a content creator from either my own experiences or watching fellow content creators. So I wanted to share some of those things that I've learned with you today. So in honor of my 7-year YouTube anniversary, this is 7 things that I've learned in 7 years on YouTube. Number 1, audio is king. Something I've learned over the years of not only being a content creator but a viewer is that audio is potentially one of the most important aspects of video. Now, not everybody can/wants to consume the audio portion of your videos, so it's important to focus on how they look. However, if you are somebody who watches and listens to videos, what would you rather watch? A standard definition 720p video, it's fine looking, it's not HD, but the audio is crisp and clear, or a video that is in 4K, crispy visuals, a beautiful bokeh, but the microphone is peaking and cracking and just sounds echoey and you can barely hear the person at times. I can bet you're going to go for the standard definition video with clear audio over the latter. My point with this is to say, don't worry about having the latest and greatest camera and super expensive lenses if you're not focusing any effort or time or money into your audio. I think people tend to put audio on the back burner, and I've seen people with millions of subscribers actually do this, and I can confidently say I have my favorite content creators, and when they have a video that looks great but has bad audio, I normally click out of it because I just can't stand it. So audio is still really important to focus on. Try to avoid background noise, make sure you are intelligible and understandable, but then also make sure your picture looks crisp and clear and there's not a whole bunch of distracting stuff going on in the background. When it comes to making videos, audio is almost just as important as video, so make sure to keep that in mind when you're creating content. Number 2, make content that you are interested in / don't chase views. Now this is a combo one because I feel like they sort of intertwine with each other, but I wanted to say both things because I think they're both valid points. I hope it would go without saying, but you should be making videos that you are interested in and that you want to make. I think this ties in with don't chase views pretty well because I think people see the trends and then they see the views and the dollar signs and then they want to do what they can to achieve what others are getting, and then they don't enjoy what they're doing at all. YouTube content creation and any form of online content creation or just content creation in general takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. I would hate to spend the 10+ hours that I do on some videos spending it on a concept or a style or a trend that I don't enjoy or I don't care about, all just for this potential of views. That is a fast track to burning out and hating what you do. Another thing, people can actually see when you're ingenuine even through a video. They're going to sniff it out and then you're not going to get those views or that success that you're trying to chase. At the end of the day, you're going to have wasted a lot of time on something you don't really care about. Spend your free time putting work into the things you enjoy or topics that you're passionate about. If it varies from what your normal is, don't be afraid of it, that's fine, as long as you're enjoying what you're doing at the end of the day. Number 3, watch your own videos. Twice. I've spoken about this a lot before and I feel like it ties in with those first 2 tips pretty nicely. You should always watch your own videos at least twice. Once when you're done with the video and you're ready to post it, and once more once you have made the video public. I have 3 reasons, here's why. First, you should always watch through your video once you are ready to post it to make sure that it is what you want it to be. That there's nothing that you forgot, no mistakes, no extra takes that you thought you were gonna cut out. Make sure it's the video you want it to be. Secondly, you should watch the video when you actually make it public on YouTube. Now this is something I've learned in the last year or so, and pretty much in in the all mystical YouTube algorithm, watching the video from the first second to the very last right when it gets posted looks good on YouTube, and it makes your video kind of have a few extra brownie points on it. That, hey, this video was uploaded and right away somebody watched it from the first second to the last. The YouTube algorithm does something good with that, and it helps your video in the long run. Also, by watching it again right when you post it, it gives you this opportunity to have sort of like a double check. So if you catch anything that you might have missed on that first watch through, you can pull the video down, fix it, and then re-upload it before it's online for too long and people are seeing your mistakes. And 3, and the one that I stand by most importantly, is if you can't sit through your entire video, how in the heck do you expect anybody else to do the same thing? I know it might be weird at first watching your own video, seeing your own face a whole bunch, listening to your own voice, seeing how many times you roll your eyes into the back of your head, but you'll get used to it, I promise. I'm a firm believer in the fact that you should enjoy your own content. I can confidently say I enjoy my own videos. Sometimes I go back to watch my past videos, and it's not because I'm in love with the sound of my voice and I love myself and I think I'm so great, but I learn a lot from my past videos. Sometimes it gives me inspiration for upcoming videos because maybe I mentioned something in that video and I totally forgot about it, or I can learn from myself and go, oh hey, I do this, that, and that, or I don't like how this looks, I want to change that for the next time. I am proud of the work that I put into my YouTube videos, and I'm proud of what I share online, and I like watching them to also see how far I have actually come in my content creation. Number 4, remember your viewers, your subscribers, and your community. Now this one's a little deep, but like, stick with me here. So something I've seen a lot with small to mid-sized creators, like folks under the 500,000 subscriber mark, is that they sometimes forget who their viewers and subscribers are. They are happy about the views and the subscribers and the numbers and the potential money that they're making, but they sometimes forget that for the most part, each of those numbers, those views, those subscribers equals one real life person who has dedicated their time to you and what you've shared online. In a community on YouTube that I watch, I don't make that type of content, but I enjoy the content. Something recently happened with one of the bigger mid-sized creators where they recently turned their back on a lot of their viewers and subscribers. How, you ask? They really built their channel recently off of this one particular type of content. So for example's sake, we'll say that it's dog content, and they've made a lot of videos about how much they love dogs. And then sort of out of nowhere, they made a video that was like,
I was actually wrong about dogs and I really like cats now.
When the subscribers who originally subscribed to this channel, particularly for that dog content, asked the creator, hey, why the pivot? And then also said, I might not watch your videos anymore because I was here only for dog content, the creator kind of bashed that audience. They said things like,
I don't understand why I can't make videos about cats and you should support me no matter what.
They yelled at their subscribers and their viewers to leave if they weren't going to support their new cat content. And they needed to look at themselves and what problems they had if they only wanted to consume dog content. It's all frankly pretty weird. It was also kind of aggressive, and I know that was a really weird way to explain this whole situation. The moral of this weird cat and dog story is to remember the people who are watching your content and potentially the reason why they stayed around in the first place. I'm not saying that if you get a whole bunch of subscribers from a random dog video that you made, you have to make dog videos forever now. But if you continue to make these dog videos and then one day change your mind that you want to go make fish videos or giraffe videos, you have to understand that all those people who subscribed for potentially that dog content might not be as on board with your new giraffe or fish content, and that's okay. Some people subscribe to certain channels for the person, and some people subscribe to certain channels for the particular theme or genre of content. I guess my overall point is remember the people who got you where you are today. Number 5, nobody owes you anything, and don't get into this for the money. Another deep one, I know. Also another combo one because I feel like they tie together pretty well. Now I've been making videos consistently on YouTube for the last 7 years, like I've said. I have over 270,000 channel views, over 235 videos. I put a ton of time and effort and attention into my content. To this day, I have made $195 from YouTube alone, and I haven't even seen $65 of that. It's right now stuck in my YouTube AdSense because you can't withdraw it until you hit $100. If I was in this for the money, I would have left by now. Now I did some math because I found it kind of interesting. I took my videos, which are an average of around 15 minutes. Some of them are really short, some of them are really long, but we'll say an average of 15 minutes. I have 235 videos. That equates out to about 60 hours of content on my channel alone. That is about $3.25 per hour of content on my channel. And now that isn't even accounting for the hours, the literal hours that it takes to edit videos. And then we're not even talking about like the setting up, the writing of the script, the filming of the B-roll. There's so much time that goes into my personal content creation. My last video, I think I spent a minimum of 5 hours editing. I say all this to say that I am clearly not in this for the money, and you shouldn't be either. If I was, I would be very disappointed by now. I know it is very easy to get caught up by the David Dobrik's of the world who are giving away Teslas by just making YouTube videos, where you have people who even have around 50,000 subscribers who this is their full-time job. And that is so cool, and I would love to be in that position one day. Don't get me wrong, but I always like to consider any money that I make on YouTube a bonus, and I always put it back into my channel. The lens I'm recording with right now is the first thing I bought with my YouTube money. My first $130 paycheck, I bought this lens. So I've put my money back into my channel. But I don't do this for the money, for the potential that I might be able to buy another cheap lens for my camera. I make videos because I enjoy it. I understand that it is very unlikely that I will be in that position of being able to support myself off of my YouTube channel. I cross my fingers every day, but I know that it is unlikely. But once again, that is not why I'm here. I love to entertain, I love to teach, I love to share, I love to create. That is why I am here. Now that we have determined that I have put on the very low end, potentially 360 hours into my videos alone, which I know is like so inaccurate because my last 4 videos alone, I probably put 60 hours into. But anyways, no matter how much time I have put into my videos, nobody owes me shit. The person who clicks on my how to back up your iPhone video looking for instructions and an easy to follow tutorial does not owe me a like, they do not owe me a subscribe, they do not owe me joining my Patreon, they don't owe me anything. You, who clicked on this video because you're either a subscriber of mine or you're somebody who's looking for YouTube advice, you don't owe me shit, no matter how much benefit you get from this video. I, out of my own free will, came up with this video idea. It's not original, I know, but I came up with this video idea, decided that I wanted to make this video, put the time into writing the script for it, writing the outline, setting up my camera, filming it, editing it, and I posted it to YouTube because I wanted to. And I thought that someone might find it helpful, but I made it because I wanted to. If you're making content because you think it will get you a whole bunch of views or subscribers or money or fame or whatever you're seeking, just because you're looking for it doesn't mean you deserve it and doesn't mean that you are owed it. Just keep that in mind. Our dog content creator from the last tip has mentioned multiple times that they think they are owed a lot of views and subscribers and money because of how much work they put into what they consider very valuable dog content, and they aren't getting what they think they deserve. That personally really bothers me because that person didn't have to make dog content, and they've actually revealed before they only made the dog content because they saw that it was getting views. Their previous content was not dog content, it was like basketball content. So a complete pivot from their original stuff, and they were just chasing the views, and then they expected to be rewarded for it. Now don't get me wrong, people are rewarded for chasing the views, but just remember this, in the world of the internet, nobody owes you anything. Unless if it's like a sponsored video where it's like an exchange of money for an ad and there's like a contract, or like somebody stealing your content and using it without your permission, or like your art and stuff. You know what I mean. There are times when people literally owe you something, but if you're just putting stuff on the internet for free because you want to, nobody owes you anything. Number 6, watch time is more valuable than views. On a more lighthearted tip, I have actually learned this pretty recently in the last couple of years. Watch time matters in a couple of ways. First, when it comes to YouTube monetization. YouTube requires you to have 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 watch hours in the last 365 days. They don't care about how many views you get, they just care about how long eyeballs are on your content. When the question of how do I improve my watch time comes up, I would say my answer would be try to make engaging content that would warrant somebody to watch through the entirety or the majority of your video. I guess mainly make sure that there aren't any throwaway parts of your video. Make every piece intentional and worth it. Because you gotta remember, people are spending their very valuable, precious time that they can't get back on your content, so you gotta make it worth it for them. Secondly, watch time matters in the all mystical YouTube algorithm. YouTube will favor a video that has a small amount of views, but they're watching it for a longer amount of time, versus a video that has a whole bunch of views, but people are barely watching the video. The longer people are watching your video lets YouTube know that people actually like your content as a whole, which means that they're probably staying on their website longer, which means that they are potentially subjected to more advertising, which means more money for YouTube, and in turn, the algorithm will favor you and push your content to more people. It's all about money for the big guys, but hey, I guess if people like your content and they stick around, YouTube likes your content and they'll try to help you out. So, win-win, I guess? And number 7, put your name, the one that you're trying to be found by on YouTube, in the description of all of your videos. Okay, this one is kind of weird, but I promise you it is worth it, and it also comes with a little anecdote, so stick with me. If you want to be searchable on YouTube, even if your channel name is your channel name, by putting your name in the description of all of your videos, you will be easier to find. Story time. Pretty much the way I figured this out is that a couple years back, I was in a Smosh video that has surpassed over 25 million views at the point of recording this video.
Wow.
Now they were very kind with crediting me with my work in the description of the video under the cast with my first and last name. The issue that caused is that anytime somebody would search my name on YouTube, my channel would not show up. But that 25 million plus views video would, as the first result. I don't know at what point this clicked in my brain, but soon as I started putting my name in my channel description and in the description of all of my videos, my channel is now the first thing that pops up when you search Annelies Veldman. The Smosh video is still there because it has like 25 million views and it has my name in the description, so makes sense, but it's bumped down a little bit. You'll get Annelies at the top, you can subscribe right there, you can see some of my latest videos, and now I am searchable on the internet, which search is very important and I still don't entirely understand it, but at least do that for yourself. I put filmed and edited by Annelies Veldman in the description of all my videos, so it doesn't feel as weird by just having my name there, but it works and it is, I think, helped my channel. So I guess that's a little branding tip for you. And with that, that is the last tip on my 7 things I've learned in 7 years on YouTube tips list. I know every content creator has had their own journey, and mine has been all over the map, but I am very thankful for each part of it. To think that I do something that I really love and enjoy, and then people watch it and spend their time on it, and then they stick around to see what's next, is something I am so grateful for. That I have this little community online that supports me in my endeavors. I don't have a big family in real life, but to know that I have this little YouTube one mixed with people that I've met in person and people I've met through the comment section is something that I do not take for granted in the slightest. So on my 9-year YouTube anniversary, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I try to say that at the end of all my videos, and I mean it every time I say it. Time is a very valuable currency, and the fact that you're willing to spend any of it on me and my content and the things that I really enjoy doing is so important to me, and I thank you. I really look forward to this next year in my YouTube journey, and I really hope that you'll come along for the ride. If you're not subscribed already, please consider doing so. It would mean a whole heck of a lot to me. I make tech videos, I make lifestyle content that kind of surrounds me being an actor and a content creator and just a woman in her 20-somethings. And overall, I try to make videos that are either entertaining or educational, but most importantly, I hope they're always enjoyable. Otherwise, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay beautiful, have a marvelous day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!